Hey everybody, it's me, Coach, and I'm still here with Dutch. And we have a game two, everybody. The first game went pretty well. Moral on Sapphire. Our boy Poyo Boy, Chicken Master himself, the Self Force again, just sprinting at people. Had a pretty good game one. We saw a little cheesy Tempest pick. It was kind of working, kind of not working, but they tried something new. And you can't really fault them for that. But how do you feel, Mr. Dutch Ownage, Mr. Dutcheroni and Cheese? How do you feel about the whole situation?
Yeah, I think the Tempest necessarily didn't work out more because I think Behemoth is just a really weak laner. They did buff the Behemoth's Q, stun, and the W a little bit, but it's still just like a weak laner in general because of the cooldown and whatnot. So I think
Yonko's
that's
fault.
Yes. No. Like if you want to run something like a Tempest, a long lane, right? Get some actual proper lockdown. Get like some tanky something that can like pull them towards you, or that can like push the creeps towards them, or something like that. You know, Cthulhu Fan plus Tempest seems like a fun combo. You spawn the creeps, you push them in the face. And then like Cthulhu Fan is just like a tanky big boy that can soak up a lot of damage and doesn't really die when if the enemy teams looks at him in a mean way. While Behemoth definitely does, but they leave open the Engineer, which is concerning. I think Engineer is still, in my opinion, one of the most broken heroes in the game.
Well, you need to take in consideration Mr. Wig, Mr. What You Got himself. He's an engineer specialist. That is one of his best heroes. Even back in the day when he's playing pro, he's been known to play some NG. That is also one of Turkicus McBobakiss's, Sunk Bob's specialty heroes. So TGT in general, even though this isn't TGT, was known for running a pretty sick engineer. So the fact that they picked an engineer here is pretty exciting. And I know that you're having the conversation with Henke before that when engineer gets staff, everything changes. The staff on engineer is so good. It caught
me off guard. Like it's not even the fact that you can throw it. And of course that does help. But like the fact that it's 2 seconds silence and perplex. I thought it was like way less.
Yeah.
But there's no other ability in the game that like applies like a 2-second perplex in an area.
Right.
Or 2 second silence and perplex.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's team fight potential so good. So let's take a peek here. Let's look at the bands. We got our basic bands, right? And we can see right here that I'm seeing the Lucius, right? You got the Bushwhack band, the Sapphire band, right? You got the Flux, the Scrap, the Defora, a Cursed that technically went Beans. So what Beans go with? He hit up the Engineer. He responded in kind with a Monarch and a Pharaoh pick. Pharaoh's just that annoying hero, man. That hero is just too good. The 20% slow just for 1.5 seconds just as a nuisance. It doesn't seem like a lot until you get hit by it and you can't run away. And 5 heroes show up out of the jungle screaming square up and you get your entire ass kicked by the whole enemy team.
Yep. Yeah, so Pharaoh, in this case, I don't think it's necessarily super strong against something like Engineer. Because if Engineer gets his ultimate off, the rest of his team is still going to have like a rough time actually following up with the Pharaoh. So I do hope that the Hellborn team here is going to pick something that can actually, you know, that needs that setup stun from the Pharaoh and that can then follow up, you know? Because that's what Pharaoh's good at. But we do see actually the 2 supporting heroes already being picked up on the Legion side here, with both Engineer and the Managed Shaman. The Managed Shaman does tell me that they probably want to run something. Well, okay, so the Managed Shaman can be, you could pick him up for either the physical presence and like just to boost your own physical carry, or to counteract the enemy's physical damage, you know? So another hero that got, of course, like a little bit more attention in the last little while is something like Ravenor. That, of course, like does not care about any physical armor that you might have. And with Magmas and Engineer not being the tankiest heroes, Ravenor might actually be a really good pickup here for the Hellbrand side. But that, of course, also depends on the carry pick that the Legion side is going to have here. We do see a lot of carries being banned. Calamity, Predator, Soul Reaper, Swiftblade, and Moon Queen all being banned.
Puppet Master.
Oh. Okay, so Puppet Master Prisoner pick is of course also a staple. But Puppet Master did get really heavily nerfed. Like, the ultimate now, you know how it used to like persist?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, after like the damage is done, the ultimate like loses its HP, it no longer transfers any damage. So no longer can I abuse this with Puppet Master, Plague Rider, Staff at Kongor. So my fun is definitely ruined. But besides that, like it also just no longer like transfers any damage, but the puppet is still there. So you like often I think it's so awkward because you just end up like hitting the thing, but you know it's no longer transferring any damage. It's only transferring debuffs.
And then you look like a goofball. You're
Yep.
smacking the puppets at a player. But the other thing too that like is something that's I think is very much worth knowledge here is the fact that I'm not saying that they're gonna throw us for a loop or anything, but hear me out. What if it was actually Demented Shaman mid? Huh? I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm just saying. Marloni played Demented Shaman mid and had like 40 games of it, and he only lost one. And that one game he lost, I'm not saying it was anyone's fault, but he had Volk on his team. I'm just saying. I'm not pointing fingers or anything. I'm just saying.
I mean, the data doesn't lie, right?
He won 39 games against Volk on his team. All of a sudden,
all good streaks must come to an end. And this end was French. This end was French.
This end just so happened to be Volca. Ooh, a Tremble pickup by Fa. Okay,
but
the last time that
a hero that I don't think I've ever seen picked up in competitive. At least not in the last 2 years.
No, I will tell you, we have seen Fa play Tremble 3 times, and he has a 100% win rate on this hero. So that's a good pick on the side of Fa. So all memeing aside, talking about just what is important and what's not, we have a Puppet Master pick, a Prisoner, a Pharaoh, a Monarch, and is that a support Puppet Master?
No, it's Kevin playing Puppet Master.
Oh yeah, never mind. Sorry, duh, my fault. I was brain farting for a second. I was excited. I thought we were gonna see some new tech, and I got debated. So Silhouette. So here's the thing, right? Okay. I don't know how I feel about the Silhouette pick, and nothing against JP, but I have never seen JP. No, that's not true. I watched JP play Silhouette once. And it was like a 65-minute game, and I felt so bad for the poor guy.
Yeah, like but Silhouette in general is more like a TMM hero. Where it can do really well because you can kind of like pick off like the let's just call it the weaker links. You know, the role that you would play, Coach.
I play offlane.
Yeah, exactly. The weaker link.
It's depressing. I have to watch the carry hit creeps. And just get sad.
No, but so Silhouette is definitely more of that kind of hero. But we have it's the same thing. I think what you were saying with the Managed Shaman, like the Managed Shaman also really works well against like in a TMM game against like another melee hero that's especially like a tanky hero that doesn't really do that much. In the same way that when I play Martyr middle, it's also really good because like people underestimate the hero.
But it's also team dependent because Martyr can't solo carry the game.
Yeah. No.
No, but I get what you're saying, right? You're speaking facts. It's one of those things where like Silhouette is definitely like a TMM stomping hero, but when it comes to competitive, Silhouette needs a lot of gold and she needs a lot of items to be able to play the game. But when you're playing against,
if you're coordinated, it's really not that difficult to lock her down.
Exactly. That's what I was about to
without
say.
coordination. Like, it's the same thing as a Nomad, I would say. With that ultimate, you know? Like, if you play around that ultimate like as a team, and there is definitely like some situations where like a Nomad can be really good, but sometimes like you pick up the Nomads and like against a team, and they just coordinatedly lock you down, and that's not like that easy. They're not giving you the opportunity for like an easy ultimate or something, and then like the hero is just really difficult to play properly.
Yeah, I will say there's only one Nomad player. There's only one player who can play Nomad that if I see it, I would never be like, nah, yeah, whatever. And that is
Eston, right?
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, Eston. Eston
Yeah, but even like even Eston's Nomad, that's what I was talking about. Like no one else picks up Nomad, but even Eston's Nomad is like 95% of the time in like competitive, it's not worked out.
It's not true. What do you mean?
No, but like they only pick it up if it's like a really good game for Nomad. Like
Fair.
if there's a lot of easy spells to pick. For example, like an engineer or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's just easy to hit your Nomad ultimate on. Because you can hit it on the turret, you can hit it on the keg, on the mines.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if you're playing against something like NG Magnus lane, yeah, you're never going to get an ultimate off. Because engineer is always going to be ready. The Magnus is always just going to start with stun. And you cannot properly react to a Magnus stun ever. That's like not realistic.
Fair point.
But yeah, so we see the prisoner puppet master in the mid lane. Notably, we do see Sigma playing support here. Or Sungbob's role, the feeder role.
Yes, the Sunk Bob role. The useless one.
Exactly.
According to all the 1500s in chat, shout out Techno, supports are all bad and they're pointless. Supports don't do anything. If you carry a game, it's all you and not your support sacrificing their body for you. But people tend to forget that supports soak spells so they carry to be able to play the game. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, you need to be able... Oh, top lane, look at this. They actually got a 2-man lava surge into a 2-man keg from the engineer. So that was a rough start for the Legions, or the Helper side here. And that's positioning. And in the bottom lane, we see Pharaoh against Silhouette. Now, this is actually a situation, I think, in which the Silhouette can do pretty well. Because Pharaoh has, like, such low armor. So... I'm a bit surprised that they're laning like this.
It's an interesting split, right?
Oh,
good cake bouncing back metal lane to the trees and a love surge coming through. Bro actually cancels the auto tech the last tech to get the first blood. Good job, Roro, being greedy, not giving the kill to the engineer. We all know the engineer's the carry. They have the gun. The carries have the gun.
Yep. And that's just like, I think, especially, like the Tremble doesn't really do that much still in these early stages. It's like from level 5 on that the Tremble really starts doing a lot. But I think like the Monarch just really has to sit back and play responsive. Right? Wait for the enemies to cast spells and then respond in kind. If Monarch gets jumped, then yeah, that's like really bad for them.
You need to play reactive, not proactive.
Yeah, exactly. Because and it's a boring kind of playstyle. For sure. So I like refuse to play Monarch. I just refuse. Like even if they pick like 6 keepers and 17 slitters, I don't care. I refuse.
Yeah, my Roar's not paying attention. I'm going to pick up a kill on Defa because he's getting weak on the creeps. But
yeah, he was tanking like the medium camp there, right?
Yeah, he was. So he's going to stack pull the wave just to give him a good positioning. Yonko's just going to collect experience on tower. Milano, Sigma, just kind of helping out Puppet Master. Uh-oh. Fall got hit by a cake into a lava surge, getting a turret down. Some auto attacks are coming through. Oh no, Roro accidentally auto attacked the mound instead of the Tremble. And it's okay, because our NG boy right between the eyes shoots him down, no problem. Put down the crab-like monster. I think
the Magnus was crippled by the crippling pollen. So that's, I think, why he was attacking the mount there.
No, I think he clicked and attacked the mount because he has crippled hands. But, you know, Lob Surge coming out on top of Metal AK, coming through his track to CC. A nice little auto attacks coming through. Turret's going to push it back. Wig specifically waits for the Crystals to come out to guarantee the turret to basically push it back and take the damage. Finishes the kill with a mine. That's another pickup on the side of Roro. A good little stun comp. Magnus NG working pretty good. Now, back on the touch about the silhouette when we're talking about coordination. And TMMM, it's kind of like a pub stomp hero, right? If you're pretty good at it. Compared to competitive we're talking about, it's really hard to be good with this hero against players that are very much aware of what silhouette does. But don't get it twisted. If, you know, Chicken Boy gets a good game and Chicken Boy can set up, Chicken Boy can have a good game and he can make this game hard, right? He can open it up. Now let's take a look at Prisoner. Prisoner kind of lurking off in the trees, but he's not veil rotted. So that's the biggest thing right now. I don't think they have a ward to see him. I think they only have a rev ward. So yes, they don't actually do it here, but Roro just trying to respect the laning process. Now Bubby coming down, start doing damage to Yonko. Just throw some auto attacks, get some damage in.
Yeah, I don't know if they saw the prisoner actually rotate, but if you're smart, and I'm not sure they are. I've seen some of them play. I've seen some of them talk. Cannot vouch for them. But if you pay attention to like
look at top touch. Oh, sorry, look, top touch. A very good Crystals coming off for Fog to get a cake turret going down, but guess what? Fog can't slow out, and these beasts are coming. Bugs are biting their ankles. The first hook landed all game from our prisoner, finally being able to do something other than saying AFK. Throwing through, Lobster to get out. A nice cake coming through to stun Milano to get through, but it doesn't necessarily matter. Crippling Pawn coming through. Fall turning on the Bugs again, trying to cancel the auto attacks. Turrets coming through, but it doesn't necessarily matter. Not Lobster to secure the kill. So a good pickup kill on the side.
Oh, the tree is actually saving his life there. The tree spawned. Otherwise, Magnus would have had a Q. Oh, that's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, so if you pay attention, because the prisoner bot link item, right? The Samus, what is it called these days? Samus Orb?
Samus?
Yeah, exactly. Which means that like you can actually tell his position based on the status of the link on the Papa Master.
Oh, Chicken Boy actually just ended up killing Yonko bot lane with the... Oh, did he solo? He did solo. Just split ult, did some damage. Poor Yonko got caught out, smacked by a tree, auto attack down, sent to the respawner. But continuing, you're saying about Zamos just being awareness. Oh, Demet Shaman is getting ran out by prisoner right now. So Milano just Sigma scouting out that he's trying to stack the ancients. He's just getting attacked right now. But he's canceled trying to get a regener going out. Keg coming through. Nice lava surge confirmed. Turret going down. They pick up the kill on to Sigma. Sigma unfortunately can't be really active this game. He doesn't. Things aren't looking too hot for this prisoner pick. They picked a prisoner to cheese combo with the puppet, but they haven't had the chance
mid lane?
to do it. Oh.
Well, yeah, it's like it's a bit weird because, like, I'm looking at this Puppet Master and he doesn't even have his Q skilled. So I'm not that surprised that they're not able to like kill anyone. But what you want to do is usually just like you Q the target, then you hit the hook on the target that's being queued, and then you W, or like the other way around. But you want both of those spells, and. Yeah. For some reason, like, he wants to have a second more of the W, so he can not have a 2.5 seconds lockdown spell.
Well, Lucius playing Arbiter on the mid lane, by the way. We didn't bring this up, but Lucius is smacking the Puppet Master with a plastic pumpkin full of candy. If that's not the most BM thing ever, I don't know what is.
The Puppet Master is doing notably better than the Armadon, though. Armadon only being 200 GPM.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a given.
Yeah, so no, actually, well, like they were dual lane.
Hold up, look, top falling, getting hit by an officer, trying to get anything done. Hanmak trying to go through a mine coming down, Fog going to instant dividing the damage off by the cake and turret to confirm it. Crystal's going down, but that's all they can do. Steve Bath coming out with the officer in 1 second, killing Fall. Fall coming through, actually popping on his E, turning back on Volcanic Eruption with the Volcanic Touch, getting the kill. A good change, but look at mid lane. Mid lane actually getting hooked down and taunted, but it's okay. Lucius is literally Armadon. Armadon is literally tanky. He is a Arma and a Dawn at the same time. Okay, Milan trying to throw a hook, dodged out by Mr. Lucius. Fun fact, Lucius cannot, I repeat, cannot dodge Devo hooks. I've never seen it happen. Oh, a taunt coming through to hit the range minion. Oh, here for the bad shot. Unbreakable coming through. Luis is trying to run uphill, get anything done, but a battery on the side of Puppet, so it doesn't matter. They can't get the kill.
Yeah, this prisoner is just not working out. I don't like it's. This is also maybe just a problem of like players here, because Sigma cannot for the life of him play a role in which he is like underfarmed. Like he's not made for this.
Oh, no Dutch. Take a look top. Fog going through. The nice little root down from Boris himself, but it doesn't matter. A nice kick coming through on Mentally. Oh, coming out from Roro, doing some damage from Fog. Fog getting smacked down, and it's there coming through on Roro, but he actually ends up steam bathing it, so it doesn't really necessarily matter. It's there to go through. Thought going to try and shoot him. Putting down a mount for invisibility. Beans kicking auto attacks off, actually ends up missing the auto in the process because he didn't have mana. I was really, really close, but instead comes in clutch there. Also, the fact that Dark Swarm, he takes 40% less damage from people outside the boxes. So Bean's autos literally weren't doing damage. But look, Puppet Master rotating top, gonna get taunt down, trying to throw some autos, just shooting the range creep, trying to run away. Here comes Fall. Fall hitting a mana battery. He's coming down. He ensnares the Puppet, which translates to the snare on Wig, and Wig gets end up kill by Kevin. And guess what happened? Yeah. You know what he did? You know what he did? He autoed the Puppet that had no HP and nothing happened.
Yeah, he actually, I think he did for a second there, and then he was remembered like, oh yeah, wait, I can't do that anymore.
Oops.
But yeah, it's really awkward.
Yeah, truly.
Definitely something you need to get used to again.
I would have, anyway. I 100% would have lost my life to stop that TP, because I'm that guy.
Yep. Anyway, so like also the engineer almost escaped there because Puppet still does not have Q.
Also true.
Which is frustrating. I think it's frustrating to see. I would be screaming at him if I were like in his team right now. I would definitely call him all kinds of slurs.
Whoa, you can't say that. Uh-oh, Puppet actually coming with the DD room top. Roar doesn't see it. He gets caught and he gets it snared, and he literally is getting one shot.
I would call him French. I would even go that far.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You better calm down.
I said the F word.
French. So they actually take a peek here, and Roro had 1,500 gold. He has treads and everything. He's getting close to PK, and a good rotation by Kevin, just coming with Puppet, taunting him with DD, just literally almost one-bang him. Fall pop at the end there, and they just get the kill. That's really good, and this translates to a tier 1 tower. And then the tier 1 tower top opens the map. Uh-oh.
Pharaoh escaping bottom lane, actually.
Luis gets hooked onto the tower. He's just popping spikes, and here comes Kevin. But now that Luis is literally not afraid. He does not care. My man is pressing W and walking. He has no fears. There's no thoughts in this man's head other than spine, creep, spine. That's all this dude's thinking about right now.
I think it's like his. If I look at it like his keyboard, I can just imagine like everything being fresh and it's just W key being completely worn out. That's how I imagine like the average Armadon player.
Average Armadon player, 400 APM, it's all W.
Exactly. Just the head smashing the W key. But yeah, so Armadon did actually get nerfed a little bit last patch, with the W going from 30 mana to 40 mana, which might not sound like a lot, but for a hero like Armadon that relies on getting like continuous spines off and that has many issues, it is actually a significant nerf early on, especially. But yeah,
relatively that's pretty big.
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, the Armadon is still just a tanky boy. Oh, yeah, especially if you don't have lockdown.
True, Magnus just ended up picking up PK. So Magnus has a lot of farm right now under his belt. He has the items he needs, the treads and everything. He's gonna start being able to make, more movements around the map.
He might be in trouble here.
Uh-oh. He doesn't have lava search out. He actually ended up getting in fog, so Ensnare didn't go off searching away. But he doesn't not know about Prisoner Infant's rune. Here comes the hook, a little bit short. That's okay. Flare coming just slow, but they can't pick anything up. So he lucks out there. PK gets delivered. He's Good to go. Here's the thing about this Magnus right now. This Magnus is a core Magnus, so it's something we need to take into consideration. This Magnus will indeed have farm. This Magnus will have the ability to be able to get items and play the game in more of a cool, proficient role. Oh my god, Menelay just got sent to the respawner. Free rectangles for everybody. Coming through with Wrath of the Pharaoh on Lucius. XDDD. There's actually one more hit on Puppet. If he would have hit the Puppet, he would have died. Lucius dodging hook coming through. Rooted down. Doesn't necessarily matter. Wubby McRubby coming as Demented Shaman, throwing hammers and all the odd attacks he can, healing Lucius. If Kevin would have autoed that Puppet one more time, might have actually killed Lucius.
I think the Puppet was already...
No, it had one hit on it.
It went... No. The timer started going down, so that means it's... The timer only appears, like, if it's dead.
Shh. Just agree with me, please. It's the whole point.
No can do. I don't get paid enough for that. But I'm fairly certain you know my PayPal, so I'm not saying... my opinion can be bought. I'm just saying.
He said, and I quote, no, I won't go that far, but Flaming Volca, I'll do that for free.
Exactly. I do that like on a daily basis and for free.
So
Yeah,
Farrah's getting ran out right now by Silo, while Foss taking up a kill on the Engineer, and Farrah actually gets out away from Poyo Boy, but Poyo Boy really hasn't been touched. He's kind of 2-0, 500 GPM. He's in his own little world, hitting creeps, minding his own business. I think he's going Voidstone first. Lincoln Sphere. Is it Voidstone? I don't remember. Null Talisman. No.
Nullstone.
Nullstone, whatever. I'm trying.
Were you really? Oh, look at this Magnus. Oh, they actually this.
I named 4 items that do the same thing, so maybe.
Yeah.
No, Bubby, you're in the wrong place.
But also, like, oh, sorry, now go for it.
Oh, you're good. No, it fights pretty much. Oh no, Wrath of Pharaoh coming out of Lucius. A nice hook to confirm it. Lucius just trying to throw some spines. Locked into the baby mummy cage. He's locked in baby jail. He no longer can run, but guess what? Takrite himself on Mahma coming in and throwing down a turret, pushing him out of the cage of the keg, and actually securing the kill to turn that around. Lucius with plated greaves and just a simple little beast heart is so tanky with his back turn, they actually couldn't kill him through all of that.
Yeah, they could commit for it, but it's you take so much damage, and then there's like the Magnus ultimate coming on top that's like you would trade 4 people for 1 or something. But I'm actually kind of surprised that Fall is doing so well this game, because he was like not winning the lane, and he's still 420 GPM. So honestly, I'm kind of impressed by that.
Yeah,
it's like you know that
game.
The Silhouette was winning the lane. You expect him to be like 500 GPM here because he had a free lane and he was winning, and he hasn't died yet. Even got a tower or 3 towers. But like the Helper team, basically I think like Silhouette and Tremble are somehow like similar farm if you think away the two extra towers that the Legion side killed from the Helper here.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of net worth. About net worth would probably be about the same at this point, based off their items and their stock and what they have in gold. Which is crazy to think about, because like you said, he really didn't have the best start early, but he, secured the farm, which is more important than anything else, and in the end.
Yeah, he does have his cleaver now, I believe, or almost have his cleaver. So then he can really start popping off. And like heroes like this, like the Magnus, unless they get very specific items, which I hope the Magnus will. Like the Magnus is going to fall so easily to the Tremble. And I think that he needs to get something like either Void Talisman, or Sand Scepter, because you can, like, the Tremble roots, the Boar's Hive Mind, it lasts for so long, man. It lasts for 3.7 or 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's a long time.
If you get a staff, you can up that to 9 seconds.
That's so wicked.
Yeah, it's actually evil. And like a hero like Magnus, like you can't like the auto attacks don't do anything from Magnus, so it's not like you care about that.
Oh, JP might be in a bad spot. Sorry, take a look top.
Yeah, and Nullstone now.
Okay, Roar actually peeking. We're trying to find Crystal. She instantly Crystal's out, but unfortunately the Puppet Master's coming from behind. And still, oh my God, where did Kevin go? Oh Kevin, no,
so my theory right now is that Kevin bought a Shroud, and he went Invis. I don't see him anymore.
I don't know. The numbers on the screen tell me he got sent to the moon.
Yep.
He volunteered for the engineer space program, and let me tell you, the rocket exploded. There's nothing left. Prisoner actually getting ran at right now by Lucius is what I want to say, but that'd be a lie because he just rooted, pulled under tower, and killed. Wrath of the Pharaoh was a little bit, it wasn't even used. He kind of just walked up. Okay, we're hopping the ult, PKing forward, but he ran out of damage. But guess what? He wants to auto attack Fa. He said, come here, buddy. Oh, the 3-second root, the 3.75. Oh, the extra 0.75 was just enough to save him.
Mid lane.
Oh, no. Yonko ends up picking up a kill mid lane on Hoyo.
He instantly runs to the mines. Oh, Beans. Such a rat player with your mines.
Oh, no. Fa! Fa, run!
No,
okay, thank God. Whew.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew.
Actually, okay, so I'm curious, because I think the way this works, because like the Q, right? It reduces damage from outside the... It reduces damage from outside the Tremble's range, right?
Yes.
But technically, like the mine is inside the Tremble, like, you know, the 300 radius. But I think the way that it counts is it looks for the engineer. So only if the engineer is like within that 300 radius, then it doesn't reduce the damage.
What you need to take in consideration is that the mines are not considered a unit; they are considered a spawn or an entity. So it will not. Yeah. So it won't. It doesn't count when it's inside the dark swarm. So that's why the damage was reduced. However, if the engineer is in melee range of Fa as he's smacking him, it might be different. I do not know. That's a good question.
I don't think like it matters it's a gadget or not. It's like certain entities might still work that way.
True.
But I know, for example, that Armadon does indeed check for the hero that's doing the damage, not necessarily for the gadget.
Fair. That's something that I would be willing to test because that's actually an interesting like conceptual like idea, right?
Yeah.
What dictates like okay, so do elementals do less damage?
I already did it, man. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
So elementals do less damage if they're not in the dark swarm, then correct?
I think elementals are counted as like actual units.
Okay.
So elementals should do basically do full damage if they're within that area. Like the easiest way to test this stuff is basically like just have an Armadon, have like in the middle lane, sorry.
Well, hook coming through with a nice little slam prison riot breakdown, but it doesn't necessarily matter. They're not really gonna be able to kill Lucius because Lucius is pretty big, but Fa actually ends up trading the tier 1 bot lane while stacking a wave, and they don't really lose anything other than tier 2 mid, which kind of sucks. But Boy PKing forward, just trying to get some damage, go to the trees. Milano just trying to find a hook to pull something. They're defending high ground, right? So at this point, since they're trying to defend high ground, they're just trying to get any picks they can. But Fa is using the just ability of them kind of sieging high ground.
Oh, Pharaoh.
To get farm on the map, but Pharaoh's in a bad way. Yonko trying to run away. Hellfire expiring, no longer stopping, but Prisoner coming through. Doesn't necessarily mind. He locked down by a fat Prisoner W. A Shackle coming through to make sure that he can't Lava Surge away, and they can't actually trade anything for it, but Boy trying to PK and get anything he can off. Oh, there's my internet. Oh, I'm dead. GG. Goodbye.
Yep. Well, okay, so this is the problem of like the item build here that the Memphis went for. So he has 0 armor against like both Prisoner and Tremble, which both do physical damage, and like also no way of currently like removing both the Shackle or the Tremble like roots. If he would have gotten like Sand Scepter here or Void or even like the armor item, Armored Mad Mage. Like, he never dies from that, but by the way, look at this bottom lane. Never mind.
Wow. Puppet actually throws down all instantly reacts. Beast uses away to not do the damage, throws down his R to save him. That was actually really good reactions on both of their times. Unfortunately, it just didn't end so well for Kevin there because he had, Silhouette behind it to pummel for damage. That was a really, really good Yules by Beans just to set that up. That was pretty good. And unfortunately, Luis is just AFK running in mid thinking he's Poyo Boy when he's not, and he's just getting absolutely owned.
Yeah. That's the Armadon brain rot, right? Like, if you play Armadon for long enough, you stop, like, the brain just stops functioning.
True. So we're kind of at the point of the game where the 8K deficit doesn't seem that far apart, as weird as that sounds, because
Yeah.
Kevin does have really good farm, and so does their Tremble, right? They're very much, very good reaction dodge by Poyo to go back to the tree and PK back in to get the creeps. Look at him go. Mechanical chicken boy. But no, Kevin has good farm. Kevin has good items within reason, right? He has enough to be successful. Fall has a cleaver, has a firebrand. Might go Manta Gemini. Probably will go Gemini, right? He probably wants to be able to get his illusions to get in on the damage. So even though they're that 10k behind, the team fights are still pretty even within reason, right?
I think actually that he's going for Geo's Banes here.
You don't
I'm
think?
assuming that's the... No, because I think he needs Shrunken. Like too much, because like Engineer, Magmus, even like the like a lot of the damage from the Shaman and stuff. Like all that, you're not gonna be able to actually play the game. And he goes for like, oh, okay, fair.
Uh-oh, Bubby's getting caught up by it right now.
So you guys are both wrong.
And Bubby's just gonna die. Bubby's trying to do anything unbreakable, and Roro is literally just walking around trying to figure out what he can do to help. Okay, coming through for beans, but it doesn't matter. Yule's down, but guess what? Unfortunately, he's still there. Lava Surge can't get through. He gets rooted down as soon as he comes back down. And Gerald just trying to say, Roro kind of didn't do anything. He just walked around in circles trying to figure out what he wants to do. Lucius getting rooted up, but Roar bot back. Gonna come forward to PK4 trying to get Lava Surge, but he actually misses a little bit short. But that's okay. Cleansing Wind coming through. He's getting locked down, slammed down. Nice Geo's Bane split to try and do some damage. Lucius gets pulled back in by a Prisoner Hook. Turret's going down. Poyo Boy actually going through and dying to the puppet while trying to tree through and dies to the wall of mummies. And that's unfortunate. That team fight was just a little sloppy. Roro was standing around watching Bubby die and then bought back and whiffed a stun, and it was just too late. You know, they burned everything to try and save him the first time, and I'm not trying to say not for nothing. However, Geobane, cough, cough, hitting him to pick up kill for the extra damage, cough, cough. Just saying. Who's the real carry?
You guys are both wrong, is what I'm like concluding here. No, but like, so they whiffed the Engineer ultimate, basically got no value from it. Magma still cannot get rid of the roots that they have. And also now Pharaoh picking up like a Soul's Bulwark for even more minus armor. This makes it so that like the Pharaoh would have had like the just Tremble hitting and the Soul's Bulwark. That's minus 8 armor. Like you're dealing true damage on the Magmas there, so Magmas is just melting. And I think that is because like of the item built here. Also by the way, look at this, right? The Demented Shaman in the bottom lane. He smoked and placed the ward, and these days you don't break smoke while placing wards. Actually, really big change.
No, that's
it allows you to set up. Yeah, it allows you to set up some sneaky wards like they're doing here.
I agree. Here's the other problem. I realize now that 25 minutes of the game, and instead of having a hatchet, this Magnus has a stupid wind whistle.
What a lad. What a lad. What is a hatchet going to do?
Auto hatchet the stupid shackle so you could get away. Problem solved.
Oh yeah, so from the prisoner, but it's not the prisoner that he's dying to.
So
it's the Tremble ultimate most of the time.
True. Unfortunately,
so like if he got Sand Scepter, not only can he save like himself, he can only save allies. And instead, what he did was he got a tablet, and what he did in the mid lane was he PK'd in, stunned, and then tableted. And I might not be a good backpass player, but I don't think that is the correct order. Yeah, Shrunken being built on by the puppets, or being worked on by the puppet right now. And I think he's getting close. Meanwhile, I think Fall also just bought something, which may or may not be Shrunken Head related. Let's see, also Pharaoh playing Minesweeper there. Engineer almost dying from the Minesweepers. Look at this. Barbed armor being used on the Pharaoh.
Yeah, but it's okay. He got the Waza potion. It's OP.
Yeah, but it's still funny. Like Engineer actually almost died there. I think if Pharaoh hits his rockets on the Engineer would have died there.
That would have been so funny.
That would have been like highlight of the week.
And Tremble also did buy a BKB, a Bakaba, as you were saying.
So that allows him to just run into the Engineer ultimate and not care about the Magmas. This is a 5-man smoke here though. And Mendeley
trying to come through. Mendeley actually PK'd on with the Lava Surge, trying to get his team back down. Cristal is trying to save, doesn't necessarily matter. Mana getting burned by Silhouette. Puyo Boy trying to PK to find something else, but they can't. So they get a good pickup on Mendeley, but the damage has already been done. The big thing here that we need to talk about is, like, for the past 3 to 4 minutes, Kevin has been non-stop split pushing the side lane, always crashing the long lane, the short lane in, basically creating pressure on the map, so they have to answer to it. So Puyo Boy's got that TP back just to answer to Tremble and answer to Kevin. Tremble's just gonna mound out. It doesn't necessarily matter. So it's not really anything crazy. Now here's the thing. Puyo Boy has PK to try and make something happen, but they don't have vision for the Shroud right now. Fall's hiding on top of Kongor on a mountain. Okay, so it seems like Royal decides to go into Steam Bath. They don't have any vision for it, so he gets away with it. So, Fall's gonna TP out, Puyo Boy's gonna go through PK, try and find it. He ends up accidentally missing the break on the Q, so the cross doesn't matter. A very good tablet PK max distance, max stun to get the kill on Kevin. Kevin unfortunately doesn't have BKB yet, so it works out in the end. However, it's just a little bit scary. The Steam Bath not having vision kinda just saved him there. If he didn't have Steam Bath, he was dead. They also wouldn't have got the kill on Kevin, so it all worked out.
If only there was like an item that you could carry, like your free slots. That's what it like reveals invis.
Dust is for wieners. We don't spend gold on that. We spend gold on items to kill people.
Like, honestly, like the amount of times I've had to beg my teammates to buy dust when they have like a free slot is just insane to me.
Just because they buy it doesn't mean they're gonna use it.
Fair, but at least like you're never gonna use it if you don't have it.
Also fair, I guess.
You know? You miss all the shots you don't take, that kind of stuff. Anyway, like, it's just, especially against, when you're, like, playing against the Magmas, but even just for vision stuff, like, it just, buy dust, carry this. Even if you don't use it, it's good to have it.
True. Kevin setting up a prisoner, try and pull out on Puyo Boy. Puyo Boy just reacting a little bit too fast with his tree grapple. He just acrobatically dances away. He said, you know what, I'm not into it, but Zoro, they have dust this time. They learned their lesson. They brought dust this time, and now they have an eye.
God. Yep. Yeah, this is the second eye they actually bought. The first eye, this is actually the eye they got back, I think, because Monarch died with the eye, Magmas picked it up, and now Magmas gave it back as a token of friendship. I don't know. I don't think they accepted the peace offering.
No, they killed him.
Yep. Anyway, we see the Silhouette like kind of pushing a bit now. But Silhouette, like, not having a shrunken means that she still has to play like very careful because of that that Puppet Master ability to just like kill people, right? Or lock down people at least. Because even if it's not the ultimate that like the Silhouette's dying from, it's still the lockdown of both the Q and the W, which is just so powerful. Armadon also picking up a staff of the Master.
Kevin hit Shroud again. He disappeared. Where did he go?
True. That Shroud is really paying off. He's invis like all the time.
Oh, I love it.
Ay. Wanna bet he's gonna blame that on ping?
Shut up.
I don't know. Anyway, so they're kind of pushing the pace here. Oh, we see Silhouette with a Haste rune as well. That's really important for him. Also, Pharaoh just picked up a Demonic. Pharaoh being notably more farmed than I expected him to be as well. Tremble porting to the bottom lane to kind of split push that lane there. But it does mean that like the other 3 people here are going to have some more trouble pushing out this lane. And Engineer placing a Mind Trap right on top of the Rev Ward there. It's about sending a message, right? I think we've already established that in the previous... Oh, that's Hook!
Oh, that's Hook to catch Puyo Boy. Arcane Bomb instantly coming out and killing the illusion for Prisoner. So, Prisoner with a nice Arcane Bomb and Jade Spire super bit. Yunko Barbed Armor hits the mines and kills Beans.
Yes! Justice is what we call that. With your mine shenanigans. Go be a bomber somewhere else. I think that's what they're saying. There's a DD rune in the top lane as well, actually, if they... I don't think either team has vision of it, but the Armadon is likely going to pick it up here. And we see 4 men smoking here from the Hellborn side. They have a lot of wards. I don't know if they picked up on it actually, but Armadon is going to be in trouble. Yep, Armadon is going to be very good.
He's tanky, but I don't think he's that tanky. Oh, Roar actually coming through with a humongous 2-man stun to try and save him, but Yunka actually confirming with Wrath of Pharaoh putting down Mummy Wall. Roro, unfortunately, Steam Bass dies. Bubby also dies in the process. He actually tablets down, but doesn't make it off the cliff, so now he's just stuck. Crippling Pollen, hooked down, the big and a bonk. And Fall just hit his timings. He is so massive. He's hurting. Kevin's Puppet Master just showing, you know, top form
like,
right now.
This is like also again the silhouettes, right? Silhouettes is the same GPM as the Tremble, but they're not the same hero in this case, right? Because
no.
Oh, and Silhouette might actually be in trouble here. Is he? Wait, no.
He's taunted, so he's hitting his illusion, or Puppet 100% would have died.
Yeah. Well, it's not lethal, but yeah, I get the idea.
Yeah.
NG might be dead here.
Okay, it was a PK4 trying to get a nice little, you know, I don't know if I didn't see if he got hooked or what happened there, but I just came back after watching the mid fight and he was throwing down an R, and unfortunately, it didn't really happen.
So that is a Rex gone. This game is going in a direction that I did not expect. I think it's the nicest way I can say that the Legion is throwing.
Oh no, Luis just get caught out right now, gets spotted out, ends up picking up the kill, but Milano TPing in the trees. They can't have the damage or any stuns or anything to kill him, so they guess to get it with the eye, but Menelate takes the death.
Oh, look at this, Tremble. Tremble porting to Kong.
Oh.
I don't think they noticed.
No, they don't. They don't have any wards there right now, so it's going to be a free Kong for them. The Mound that's been there for like 10 minutes actually scouting out the Kong so they can get the kill. With the Puppet Master damage and Fall just ripping through it, it's unstoppable for them.
Like Fall also, sorry, Tremble now picking up a Geobane means that also he can like stack up his solutions and just like attack with all of them at the same time. It's just so massive. Like the Tremble at this point is just so hard to stop. If Tremble gets like a Basher here, like it doesn't matter if like Silhouette gets 5 more items. Silhouette is just not going to be able to win that. Because like that's the advantage of melee heroes these days against like ranged heroes. Melee heroes just have that upgraded Basher, which is just, you know, a really good late game item. And of course, like Wingbow also being better on melee heroes helps a lot as well.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the itemization of the Magmas is partially what's hurting them so much this game. Because I think if the Magmas would have gotten like different items, he would have been able to play like a lot more aggressively than he did at the moment.
I agree.
Also, by the way, Magma's got the new staff effect as well.
Oh, what do you get?
So right now, like addition to the last staff effect. Oh, Tremble, by the way.
Oh, Fall getting surged out cut, but I think Fall literally just mans up. I think with Wimbo, he's not afraid of anything. Bubby trying to heal out, trying to unbreakable, doesn't matter. Boy, oh boy, Chicken Boy, actually, that was illusion, swapping out. Yeah, they manned up and tried to kill Fall, and I think Fall is just way too tanky. I do not foresee a world where they kill him. He didn't even pop BKB. Like,
and this is a Silhouette with his Savage Mace, by the way.
Interesting.
Which I think is the correct item. Maybe Geobane would have also been good, but I think Savage Mace is definitely good against the... It's something he needs against the Wingbow.
Oh no, Roro actually getting cut up by Yonko. The Fall coming through. Tablet trying to get out. A lot of search on top of Fall, trying to get a hold of Fall, but I do not foresee a world where they kill Fall. I think Fall is way too huge. Fall has no fear at all. Menelate just crystallizing, healing. Matter. Oh man, Engineer ult coming down, but doesn't necessarily matter. Boy doesn't have the damage to kill through Fall. It doesn't matter. Fall's just way too big. Okay, seems like they're just getting ran down, Dutch. There's nothing they can do about it.
Is NG going to... NG dies again! Oh, no. Genko, amazing! I love it. I absolutely love it.
Pose's coming in on the side of that cannon. It's
Yeah,
Milana buying back, trying to get something done. No, Bubby. Bubby, you need to pay attention. Look behind you, Bubby. There's a whole team. Vinicius gets hooked in back again, tries to roll out with staff, trying to get anything he can do. Fucking roly-poly-oly, just trying to get away, and it just doesn't matter. That's too much.
Yep. So, like the Tremble at the moment, or it did buy back last team fight, but yeah, Tremble, like the enemies just don't have the damage. And oh, there's the Magnus ultimate.
I think
there's so much lockdown from the prisoner and stuff that's Silhouette just can't deal with as a hero.
Yeah, I don't like Black Helm build on Arma. I feel like he should have went barbed armor. Just since Fa was swinging so hard and everybody was always getting Armadon and Armadon kept getting caught out, I feel like barbed armor and barrier was just like the best case scenario. Yes, staff is nice, but I feel like you just unfortunately have to be an fucking aura slut for your team and just build auras. Just having barrier, it's just too good to pass up. Having barb so that when they go on you and they're just throwing out AoE spells, Puppet Master ripping off autos from Narnia and splash damage.